Would you believe it? I'm in golf clothes and we're in the garage. You know what that means. We're talking shop today. And we're going to the golf course. I haven't actually been to the golf course, any golf course, in over 2 weeks. It's been a bit of a break for me. A week ago, or maybe 9 days ago, I went to Club Champion with Brian, and we did some work on my driver. We've changed the loft, we've changed the weights, we've actually added weight to the driver head, and I've changed my shaft. If you remember back, I want to say late May, I made a video where I was dialing in my driver once I had gained some speed post-injury, and my numbers were great then. I was carrying it between 280, 285, which was nice for me, and my spin was good, everything was good then. But what was happening is, as I've gotten stronger and as I've gained more speed, the setup I have just was getting worse for me. I was spinning it way too much, launching it too high, and ultimately losing carry yardage just because I was hitting the golf ball way too high. I wasn't spinning it like astronomically high, but it was just launching too high, spinning a little bit too much, getting way too high in the air. And I play a lot of golf with Brian, so I reached out and I was like, hey man, we gotta do some work on this. And luckily, I've got a great relationship with the team at ACCRA in Kingston. Shout out to my Canadian golf shaft company. I used ACCRA shafts for the better part of 5 years and then just kind of got away from them. But they have hooked me up and we have a beauty here. This is the new setup. We have some hot melt in the head, weights moved all the way forward. It's down to 7 degrees, and I've got the ACCRA Tour Z RPG 362. I've only hit it indoors. I haven't hit it outside, so I'm gonna go to Southampton now, have a little warm up, and then we're gonna hit this, and I'll show you the numbers and compare it to the numbers I was getting with my driver on Mevo right before my last tournament. All right, I've warmed up a little bit, hit a few wedges, few 8-irons, hit a couple drivers. This thing feels really heavy compared to what I had before. But with this setup, I can swing hard at it. That's kind of the objective. So I've got this Mevo setup here. Just want to hit this just right of Dan's building there. That building's at 300 yards. Just gonna hit a few here and basically see what kind of carry and spin and peak height I get. And yeah, I know these are range balls, and I'm gonna be comparing them to, like I said, a session from a few weeks ago with range balls. So we have a really safe comparison. Let's get going. Okay, good little start. Really, if I can get these range balls into the 280 carry zone, it means on the golf course I'm gonna get even more because it's gonna spin a little bit better and launch a little bit better with a regular golf ball. But right from the jump, those numbers are pretty good. The thing that's really nice that I'm looking forward to this is my ball speed. Hopefully we can get it back into the 170s, because that is something that I have really lacked this year and over the last couple of years, to be honest. Yeah, here we go, guys. This is awesome. Back to back. That was a little smoother. Club head speed was down a bit, but the carry was up. Look at that ball speed. This is looking good. I just need a more accurate kind of parallel or connection from club head speed to carry, because the way that I was hitting it before, the way that I had a driver set up before, it was, like I said, launching too high, spinning too much. So even if my club head speed was getting up, I wasn't getting the appropriate distance out of it. This is awesome. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. I don't have the direct comparison of like that old session in my head, but I know they aren't as good as this. So this is gonna be really, man, that's 3 beauties in a row. I don't think I need to hit that many. Stuck off that one. Kind of stuck behind that one, but based on this, the spin wasn't crazy. It kind of hugged a floating right line. It didn't just keep going. A little off the toe. Let's give it one more and then we can look at the old numbers and really see what's up. Whoops. Oh man. See, I stepped into that one a little bit and pulled it, but that like actually twist faced back. This is awesome. Launch was lower because I pulled it. Forgot to show you in the garage. See if we can get that in focus there. Can you see that? It's engineered by ACCRA for Andrew Jensen. They put a little custom touch on this shaft, which is really, really dope. Right from the jump, these numbers with range balls are dope. Let's go in the cart and dry off a little bit and look at the numbers from that last session. 6 shots from that little session. If we look right here, 279, 281, 284, 279, 277, 279. Pretty good carry right across the board. Club head speed got one up to 118. Wasn't trying to smash anything there. Was just trying to get good golf swings, to get decent numbers, good readings. Ball speed, 169, 170, 170, 167, 168, 170. That's really good. Smash is down a little bit because range balls. Spin, nothing above 3,000. Launch, right around 12, 13 degrees. Height, kind of averaging about, let's say, 40 yards in the air. So pretty, I really like those numbers. So if I go back to that other session, that's from August 16th. We'll go to the kind of chart view here. So this was 19 drivers I hit. But right away you can see, look at the carry, 264, 269, 261, 275. Okay, we had a 284, 274, 270, 268. Like, only one there, the very last one, only 2 over 280, but everything was in like the high 260s, maybe sneaking into the 270s. Club head speed, I got it up a little bit. It was a longer day of work, so I was obviously a little more loose. Club head speed, but if you think about it, my club head speed was up, but my carry was down relative to today, so that's really telling. Because the club head speed, you see a lot here at 118, 119, 119, 121. But then if we look at the ball speed, 159, 165, 164, is there any above 170? Not a single one above 170, so that again is very telling. Club head speed was up, carry was down a little bit, ball speed was down. Spin, see a lot more above 3,000. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a lot more above 3,000. So you see the kind of where I was lacking here. Launch, 13, 14, 13, 13. A little bit higher on average, maybe about a degree to a degree and a half higher on average. And then the height, this is a little more varied, kind of about the same, maybe a yard or two higher on average, I think, if I'm going to do some quick math. Yeah, we're seeing more above 40 yards. Yeah, 45, 49, 47, 44. And these are the ones where my club head speed was getting up. So the numbers don't lie. This is pretty eye-opening. Like, I've been driving the ball well this year, been hitting a fair amount of fairways relative to how I've driven it in the past, but I don't feel like I've been hitting as far as I used to or I should. I feel a lot stronger now coming off this injury and surgery, and at 35 I feel stronger than I've ever been. So playing enough golf like I've played with Brian, we felt like something was off, and clearly something was. I just didn't have a proper fit for where I was at. Had a great fit for earlier in this year when my speed was down and I needed some spin, but now that my speed got up, I didn't need that spin. So I've got a setup here that is money. And that hot melt in the driver feels just like it's punching, which is really, really a great feeling. I'm excited to take it out on the golf course. Got a lot of golf. I want to play a lot of golf this month and really test this driver out there, because come October, I have a plan to play a lot of tournament golf around the Orlando area to round out 2020. And I think this is going to make it a lot more fun. So I hope you learned. I hope you enjoyed this. Saw what I'm looking for when it comes to numbers. If you want to get a Mevo that I've been using, it's linked below. You get $50 off. Check out ACCRA Golf Shafts, Kingston, Ontario. Shout out. And TaylorMade drivers, all that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And see you in the next video. Peace.